Hi, welcome to my channel, Not Your Average Weight Loss. I'm Karen. Thank you for joining me. This video, happy Easter, by the way. It's Sunday. And I hope everybody and your family had a wonderful Easter. We enjoyed ours. I actually went and visited some friends. So let's get into the video. So my biggest fear about reaching GLP-1 maintenance. Before I got to my goal, my weight loss goal, of course, I've been on compounded tirzepatide for a year. It's been a year. It's April. Honestly, I was scared. I've lost over 50 pounds on a GLP-1. It's been a game changer. And instead of only feeling excited, I need to be honest with you. I was scared about reaching my goal weight. And when I was getting closer to maintenance, I was excited, but also nervous at the same time. And I think a lot of you have probably felt that as well. And I think maintenance might be the hardest part for me anyway. It was. I'm not a doctor. Welcome to my channel. And let's talk about maintenance. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. So this channel, I document all of my GLP-1 weight loss journey, present and future. And because I'm going to be taking this medication until I can't take it anymore. Let's put it that way. So this was a game changer for me. I've struggled with my weight, especially through menopause, for sure. And I'm sure a lot of you have been there as well. I've taken some notes, so if I do look away, that's why. So I'm going to tell you about maintenance, okay? Today I want to talk about something I don't think enough people say out loud. The closer that I got to my goal, to maintenance, I started to think about what do I do? What's next? And it scared me, honestly. I until you get to this point, you don't know, right? You don't know until you get here. What's it going to be like? How's it going to be? The number one fear I had, and I think everybody is with me on this, is what if I gain all that weight back, right? What's going to happen if, I don't know, it's kind of silly now that I think about it because I know these medications work and they're a game changer. But, back then, in the beginning, you think about these things, right? You've been overweight or obese most of your adult life. So all of a sudden this GLP-1 comes along and it's a game changer and you're losing all this weight. You're becoming healthier. And now you're wondering, well, what happens if I gain it back, right? When you've worked so hard to lose the weight, the thought of gaining it back can feel, quite frankly, terrifying. And I think anyone who has struggled with their weight for years understands exactly what I mean. This isn't just about a number on the scale. It's about not wanting to go backwards and, undo all the progress that you've done. And I know I'm not alone in that fear for sure. Fear number 2, what if my hunger comes back or even stronger? Kind of the same idea like with the weight, but more importantly, now that I'm in maintenance, will I get the hunger noise? One of the biggest gifts of being on a GLP-1 is quieting that food noise, right? The constant mental chatter around food has calmed down for me. It has. And that's what's been the game changer for me. So naturally, one of my fears was, what happens if that changes? What if my appetite increases? What if the food noise comes back again? What if I feel like I'm battling food again? This love-hate relationship. What if my cravings come back and what if they're stronger? That's a very real fear, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that had it. Fear number 3 would be, what if maintenance is mentally harder than weight loss, which it actually is. It does kind of mess with your mind. I've actually started wondering if maintenance might be harder mentally than losing the weight, right? Because during the weight loss, there's momentum. You see the weight going down, down every week, right? I mean, sometimes you have the plateaus and sometimes you gain some weight, but for the majority, if you're looking at a big picture, your weight is going down, right? And there's some momentum in that. You're seeing progress. The scale is moving. You feel like you're headed toward something, your goal weight, if you will. But maintenance, the scale doesn't really move anymore. There's less excitement, and it really does become about consistency, at least for me, not momentum. For me, it's consistency, right? And I think that shift really can make it feel harder. Fear number 4. What if I don't know how much to eat? So we've been in a calorie deficit through the beginning of the GLP-1 because we have to lose the weight, right? There's no other way to lose it but to be in a calorie deficit. We've learned that through diet culture and years. So this is definitely something that I thought about a lot. When you've spent so much time in a calorie deficit, the idea of eating more can frankly feel uncomfortable, right? And that's what scares you. Okay, I eat more, then I'm going to gain weight, right? I'm going to gain weight and I'm going to hear the food noise. So what does maintenance even look like? How much do I increase? How fast do I increase? How do I know if I'm doing it right? For someone who has been working so hard to lose weight, eating more can feel very scary, even when it's the right thing to do. What I mean by that is, for me, if you're new here, I've been on a reverse diet. I still am on a reverse diet. If you're not sure what that is, you can look at my other videos. I do go into detail. There's 2 videos on it about what I'm doing. It's basically increasing your calories because you're in a calorie deficit for so long. It's not sustainable to eat. For me, it was 1,200 calories a day. That's not sustainable. That's not that's not where you're going to increase muscle mass if that's what you're looking for. And for me, that is strength training and gaining muscle, gaining bone density, all of the above because of my age, and that's what I want to do. Fear number 5, what if my body changes in ways I don't expect? I also think about body composition. That's the other reason why I'm doing a reverse diet as well. I want to get rid of the menopause belly, right? The mom belly. And what if the scale stays the same, but my body changes? What if I gain a little water weight? What if I panic over normal fluctuations, which of course is going to happen? Because if you've been in weight loss mode for a long time, like over 6 months, right? Every pound can feel emotional. It did for me. You gain a pound, you get depressed, right? You get, oh my gosh, what's going on? What am I not doing right? It's not you, it's just your body. And I knew I needed to mentally prepare for that. And that's the other reason why I did the reverse diet. Fear number 6, what if I lose the structure that helped me succeed? Right now, I have structure, right? Before maintenance, because you're doing all the things. You're eating the protein, you're at a calorie deficit, you're working out if you are, you're strength training if that's what you want to do, you're tracking your food, you're prioritizing protein, focusing, like I said, on movement. You have a clear goal, a clear path, right, while you're on this losing weight phase. But maintenance can feel less defined. It really does. And sometimes when things feel less structured, that's when old habits start to creep back. This is another fear I had. What happens in maintenance? Do I go back to my old bad habits, or what's going to happen? Well, it doesn't, just so you know. I'm still structured. I'm on a reverse diet, like I mentioned. That's also some structure. So I'm grateful for that, because I love structure. I love momentum. I'm seeing my body change, my body recomp, losing fat, gaining muscle, all of those things. But here's what I'm reminding myself of. If you didn't just lose weight, you build habits, right? It wasn't just about the weight. It was about building those healthy habits, getting to that place where you're comfortable continuing those healthy habits, right? It's not, you learned this. It's not something that's going to go away. You learn how to eat differently, how to prioritize protein, how to be more mindful of what you're eating, how to be more consistent, how to think long term. That's what's going to prepare you for maintenance. So yes, maintenance scared me. It really did. And I'm sure there's many of you out there that are thinking about that and are scared of that as well. But I'm also not the same person I was when I started on a GLP-1. And that matters, So if you're on a GLP-1 and you're getting closer to maintenance, or maybe you're just starting and already thinking about it, that's a good thing. You should be thinking long term about it. You're not crazy if it scares you. That's normal. Honestly, I think at some point, everybody that's on a GLP-1 that's beginning is going to think about maintenance. You have to. That's the long-term thing, right? That's living life. Because maintenance isn't just about keeping the weight off. It's about learning how to live your life in the moment. And that may be the biggest challenge for all of us. Definitely. Yes, there was weight loss and there was challenges there, but maintenance also has its own challenges. So if you're on a journey to lose weight, GLP-1, comment below and tell me. I'd love to know what your biggest fear about maintenance is. Maybe I can help you with that. And if you want honest conversations about GLP-1, weight loss, maintenance, and what really happens long term, like I said, I've been on it for a year now. Make sure to like and subscribe, and keep watching. And everybody enjoy their rest of their Easter with their families. And I will see you next week. Have a good one. Bye-bye.